this coronavirus thing will be over. Besides, you can watch Buzz and the Bend. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Love that show.
From our studios at Riley High School, it's time for Michiana's award-winning student talk show, Buzz in the Bend.
Hello and welcome to Buzz in the Bend, Michiana's award-winning student talk show. I'm Ethan Hems from Riley High School.
And I'm Marisha Brown for Clay High School. So how do you feel, like, how have you been since, school?
Yeah. I'm hanging in there the very best I can. Let me just say that. The online classes are definitely a lot better this year than they were last year, though. I will say that.
Yeah. So how did you do for the NWEA test? How did you feel about that?
I felt they were okay. It wasn't too bad or anything. I mean, I'm still surprised we're doing it to begin with because of, we were supposed to stop that, sophomore year, I think. So, I mean, no, it's all right, I guess.
Yeah, so how did you feel about them making us turn on our cameras when we test?
Oh, gosh. I was not prepared for that at all, honestly. I had to, I always have a hard time waking up. So when I always wake up 20 minutes before school starts. So I wake up, it's oh, wait, I gotta throw something on. I gotta clean up my room a bit. Gotta make sure it all looks nice and spiffy for when I do a test.
Yeah, I definitely had some surprises too. My cat threw up when I was taking the test, and my teacher saw my facial expression because I was like, and then she was just like, yeah, I sent you an email, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry if you saw my face because, my cat just threw up. And then, it's not like I could just get up and clean it up. So I had to, hurry up and take the test.
You were in the middle of a test. So
yeah.
You can't just, leave in the middle of it.
Yeah, I just had to hurry up, take the test, skip some questions a little bit, guess, and just get on with it. It's hurry up and clean it up.
Well, I guess it's a good thing they're not for a grade then, right?
Yeah. But, I think I did pretty well.
Oh, that's good.
So, a partnership between the City of South Bend, InFocus, and the South Bend Community School Corporation will administer more than $1.8 million in grant funding to provide free and reduced cost home internet for eligible student households and expand community Wi-Fi. The grant is being provided through the Governor's Emergency Education Relief Program, which is focused on improving remote learning for opportunities for Hoosiers. So what do you think about that?
That's another really cool thing that our school corporation is actually doing, because in our last show we talked about how the school buses and Superintendent Todd Cummings is sending buses out so people can have Wi-Fi when they need it, and now they have this whole grant here to even get more the widespread of Wi-Fi to everyone, which is really good. Because even if there are Wi-Fi buses, it's not gonna guarantee that people go to them. But you have a higher percentage of having people with Wi-Fi because of the school buses and because of this grant to get this especially during these times with e-learning and everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I was born in this time because I feel like our generation has so much resources and opportunities. And it's definitely something I can't take for granted.
Oh, definitely. Compared to our generation from even I guess last generation you could say too. Mm-hmm. We still have a ton of technology. You got these here.
Exactly.
A movie based on the classic TV show, The Andy Griffith Show, is being filmed right in Danville, Indiana. The film's called Mayberry Man and was conceived when the sons of Hollywood actor Hoke Howell saw the widespread fan base that the TV show still had. The filmmaking team, including writers-director Stark Howell and producer Court Howell, raised money to fund the project through a Kickstarter campaign, offering roles to businesses and individuals who backed the project. Now, this is pretty cool because, to me, I've always, I remember, always seeing the Andy Griffith Show on MeTV and everything. Mm-hmm. So, knowing that there's still, this widespread of a fandom to cause a Kickstarter movie to get funded is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Especially to be filmed right here in Indiana, too.
Exactly, yeah. We don't have a lot of stuff filmed here.
Not really. It feels almost as if every single movie that gets filmed here always gets big news because of just Indiana. What do you think of Indiana?
Corn,
lima beans, Indy 500.
Exactly.
You could throw in Parks and Rec there, too, but that's about it.
I mean, you think about Notre Dame too when you think about Indiana.
That's also pretty true. I do have to say that. So knowing that we're getting this kind of movie here, it's pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
Players are back on the field. Let's see what's going on in South Bend schools with Sportszone.
Welcome to the Week 2 edition of SBS-TV Sportszone. We're your hosts, Commander Jenkins.
And Big Dave, a.k.a. David Saleh. Last Friday night, all 4 South Bend schools played under the lights. So we got South Bend, Clay, taking on the Monster High School, and they lost a close one, 28-20. They are now 1-2 on the season. So, Commander, how do you feel about that one?
I think Clay was going in there, hot because, they just won their first game. I know they probably tried their best, but,
Yeah.
Munster just took it.
Yeah, they only have 19 kids, so that might have been a factor why they lost, 'cause
Yeah. Had to keep going back and back and back.
forth, not really any substitutes, but they're just trying to keep it going, keep the season alive, And every high school team out here, like they're just so happy that they get to have a season because
we couldn't have had a season.
Yeah, this COVID-19 was looking pretty scary to us, like right after they canceled that basketball tournament, But we're just happy that they actually got to play and have fun. So
That's all it's about, is just having fun.
going to South Bend, Washington now. So how did they do?
The win against Kankakee, they took a big loss, 7-41. But at least if they tried, that's really all that matters. It's just putting your heart out there and trying your best. And if that was your best, that's still fine.
Well, they have a sophomore quarterback. They're pretty young. They lost a lot of seniors last year.
Yeah.
So they're the seniors that are there this year. They're trying to really push them and motivate them. Like we have Tyrone Davis on there. We have a Javante Wallace out there. Javon Harris,
Javon,
Yeah.
yep.
So, they got some pretty good cats out there. But going on to South Bend Adams versus South Bend Riley, it was a pretty close game. The first half, it was 6-12. Actually, South Bend Adams actually took it in the fourth quarter. They scored like 20 unanswered points, and they just ended up dominating, and they beat the Riley Wildcats 32-6. And we actually have Blake Wesley out on the field getting our weekly school highlight.
Let's go. We back. Riley Wildcats taking on the Adams Eagles at 7:30.
We real prepared. We've been having team dinners and stuff, talking about this game and talking to other people about this game. Go to state.
Thank you.
It helped me a lot because we don't have to take tests like SATs and SAT stuff.
How is this year different from last year's season?
Coaching staff, we really focused this year. Our coaching staff got better here.
How excited are you to get back on the field this football season?
I've been really excited, man. That's what I'm going to college for, so that's what I'm going to do.
With SBS-TV Sports Zone, I'm Blake Wesley.
Thanks, Blake. The Riley Wildcats ended up losing 32-6. The Riley Wildcats are now at 0-3 for the season, and they're looking eagerly for a win.
Next up, we got SBS-TV Sports Zone. Claudia Yanez was out on the field catching highlights from the Riley girls soccer team.
The Riley girls soccer team has been improving a lot this year, all thanks to their new coach, Mark Liddell. Many of the girls have been improving mentally and physically. The previous game against Jinta has been one of the first games that had lots of conflict that caused it to be a forfeit. Riley had battled a good fight and never gave up. Coach Mark and his girls managed to give a good performance on the field to show their Riley pride. This is Claudia and I reporting on SBS TV.
SBS TV Sports Zone invites you to send us your footage, send us your posters, and send us your school songs. You guys can send us through Facebook at WETO SBS TV Sports Zone, or you guys can email us at davidsaleh02@gmail.com. College plays tomorrow. Notre Dame is actually pretty local in South Bend, and they always attract a big tailgate every year, but with COVID-19,
Tailgating got to go,
Yeah.
And all of these fans just got to go.
Yeah, tailgating has been canceled, and ticketing has only been limited to staff members, teachers, and students, and family members of the athletes. So basically, long-time fans aren't even allowed to go to their
Gonna
watch their
it
favorite
on
team.
TV. But
That's gonna cost the city a lot of money as people travel from all over the country just to watch these games, and South Bend makes a lot of money off of that. But it's also a place where people can connect, spend their days off of work, together, just having a blast. Kids playing football together, barbecuing. It was a good
I
time.
mean, they can still do it. They're just gonna have to do it at their house. I know it's
Yeah.
not gonna be like exciting like how it used to be, but
Tonight we have the Riley Wildcats taking on the Clay Colonials at Jackson Field, and the Washington Panthers will be taking on the Elkhart Lions at Schoolfield. Lastly, the Adams Eagles will be taking on the St. Joe Indians on the road. So, Commander, what's your predictions for these scores? To be honest, I really feel like Clay and Riley, that's going to be either one team takes it or the other, it's just whoever wants it more. Riley's looking desperately for a win. Clay's looking up to get to 500 on the season. Yep. So that's going to be a fun game to watch. And we're going to actually have some coverage on that game as well. We're going to be highlighting the Clay Colonials this week. So stay tuned for that on our next edition of Sportszone, So, and we have Washington, they're going up against.
they're going against a good team, a really good team.
Yeah,
so.
Elkhart Lions are actually 3-0. And they've been stacking up points against other teams and really good teams too. So
yeah, they always been good though.
Washington's gonna look to try to get a win this week, and let's see if they can do it. And lastly, the the St. Joseph Indians,
versus Adams.
Yeah, St. Joe actually got a big dub over John Glenn last week, 42-7, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah, and the Adams, they got a big dub too over Riley, 32-6. So it's just gonna be two good teams clashing and just fighting it out.
We're gonna see who wins.
But thank you guys for tuning in to our Week 2 edition of SBS-TV Sports Zone. I'm Big Dave, aka David Saleh.
And I'm Commander Jenkins.
Thank you for watching.
The annual backpack giveaway for South Bend Community School Corporation students will take place Saturday, September 12th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Brown Community Learning Center. This year event is drive-through only. Students must be in the vehicle in order to get a backpack. Only one backpack is given per student and face masks are required. So how you feel about that?
That's pretty nice.
I think it's good. Like I used to I think only 1 year I went to get a backpack and some school supplies, but I think that was at the Martin Luther King Center.
Oh yeah, because it's good to have that there for people who can't or aren't able to go and get their own school supplies or anything, or backpacks or anything.
Yeah, so that's good for the kids,
Oh, you know it. Today marks the 19th anniversary of the tragic 9/11 terrorist attacks, and to commemorate that day and the loss of lives, there will be several ceremonies happening around the country and especially around Staten Island, New York. Most of the ceremonies will be virtual due to COVID, but the 9/11 Museum announced that they will reopen this year to limited capacity. And I'm honestly glad they're still doing that. Even after everything they still spend time for awareness and making things known. It's nice.
Exactly, and it's really good that we are still keeping it going because, even though we were non-existent, and then the people after us were non-existent back then in 2001. It's still good that we're keeping it known and we're teaching the children about 9/11 and the history.
Never forget.
Yeah, never forget. SBS-TV has a new podcast, 3 Kids at a Table. Here they are with a taste of what's to come.
Welcome to 3 Kids at a Table podcast with your host, me, Seth Hernandez, my co-host,
Sean Paul Finch, yeah.
and my other co-host. And, this podcast is about our opinions. Our opinions matter today.
Opinions?
You know what we talk about sometimes? We talk about this.
Our
You see, this is a mask. Now, people don't wear masks. You know why? You know why I say to that? Don't be stupid. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask on. Gotta wear your mask. Get some help. Do something. You're being a hypocrite. Put it on. Right. Y'all gotta put y'all masks on.
Be like this.
Protect your,
Even though masks I don't like masks, but I have to wear them. I don't want corona.
Right.
I can't breathe.
I can't.
It's very hard to breathe.
It is, because it builds up so much heat. And it fogs up my glasses so much of the time, and I'm not able to see.
Yeah. I got lucky today.
Oh, so the one thing that help you see, you can't see.
That's why they need to invent better masks. Yeah. Mask 2.0, where glasses are not as terrible.
But yeah, I hate the masks as well, but I really do not still see what helps somebody else wearing this mask, because if they say it's in the atmosphere, it's just gonna find its way in anyways. Even with the the face shield thing.
No, it's not airborne.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
But yeah, I have seen those face shields. I actually seen them at my barber. One lady had them, and I was like, yo, I might need that.
Yeah, but
So,
I don't understand what's the point of wearing masks then.
what was your opinion on masks?
I hate them.
I think everyone hates them. Like, it's fogging my glasses.
During this podcast. Because already know.
It's fogging up my glasses.
Person over
already.
there.
The only one that used to wear masks is like AOT or so.
Well, that's our final verdict. Masks suck, but we have to wear them to be safe. So wear your mask. Don't be stupid. Back
Get
to you,
some help.
Buzz and Ben.
Get some help if you do.
Thanks,
kids.
kids. I can't wait to watch the first episode.
I can't either. It just looks so like fun and like calm to listen to. It's really nice. And a courier. Where's your message, courier?
I don't know. By the way, it's me review.
Whoa! Meme review.
I put whatever this all way.
By the gods!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's get it open.
Let's get
it
the
open.
memes open. Let's get this started here.
I'll have you start first.
I have to start. Sorry, I've opened the first meme. I agree with Mr. Snake here. What the heck, indeed?
Yeah, what the heck just happened over there?
Indeed, I don't know. I don't know where the courier came from. I don't know he knew my location. Like,
We got an intruder?
first Google asked me for my location, and now a courier shows up. What could be next? Next meme. You know what really grinds my gears?
That is you though. I can see it. Like you see the
When
arrows
gifs
that
with
keep
text too fast and I have to go watch multiple times to get all the words. I can't read all that.
Me neither.
Next to me.
When my mom brings me pizza rolls.
When your pizza rolls are done.
Exactly. Whoa. What is that?
This is totally me.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, he's doing a little jig there.
Yeah.
I will have to say, I have my own contribution for today's meme review. It's not a meme of sense, but is a hot commodity item, ladies and gentlemen. Behold, a drawing of Garfield from our teacher, Mr. Richardson.
Wow, that's vintage right there.
I know,
It's
it's-
like a 1986 meme.
Yeah, he drew this before we started recording today. Look at the details on Garfield here.
Yeah.
I'm sure we got a picture of Odie here, but I think the main star attraction here is Garfield himself. And that does it for this week's edition of Buzz in the Bend. As always, be sure to click that subscribe button and tap the bell icon to get notified when we upload a new video. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Also, keep a lookout for our new podcast, 3 Kids at a Table, and tune in our 24/7 student radio station, WETL 91.7, The Mix. Have a great day.